Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of Ridiculousnessness.
Welcome back to
Um,
Ridiculousnessness.
fucking the two options that we have. One is 45 minutes long, one is 34 minutes long, and the first one is Bad Criminals, and the thumbnail is of a dog with, I think, a shovel in its mouth. The second is Cheap Bargain Hunters, and there's a picture of somebody cooking a burger on a clothes iron.
Okay, so do we want to hear them ridicule convicts or the poor? Which is it today?
Mm, Convicts is just more sensational.
Right. You want
Also,
to go with that?
I doubt there are going to be any actual convicts involved. I think it's probably just going to be children and animals trying to get away with things. But
Hmm.
let me send you that stink tube link. I'm drinking a Red Bull Zero purely to amuse Curly, and he doesn't even have the fucking decency to show his face. Curly was active in the group chat as of an hour ago. How does that happen? Fuck. Okay.
Maybe he knew. I won't go into too much detail, but you mentioned in the group chat you were running behind because you were dealing with some personal strife. Maybe he knew that you would be on your A game because you thrive off of chaos and insecurity. So he was like, "I can't do it. I can't do it today."
Yeah, I can see that. Didn't want to hop in the ring with Prime Tyson
Exactly.
comedically. Meanwhile, haven't told a joke yet.
You don't need
Um,
to, dude. You're getting by on sheer machismo.
McCumsmo. Well, in case you guys had, in case you guys had received your mind right bars, I got mine standing by, but I'll lay off, I suppose.
Yeah, don't touch it. Don't touch it. We're all trying
I
them at
don't.
the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I know you already ate one. You caved, but I'm not letting the
Um.
listener know about that because I want to keep up the illusion that we're all going to be trying them at the same time.
Yeah, I ate one for sure.
Don't say anything about it because we've got to keep up the illusion for the listener.
All right. Speaking of illusions, um, DyrdekAnon, thriving.
Oh yeah, let's update the listener on that because I yeah, good call. If you are just tuning in, we are conducting a long-term elaborate troll of the ridiculousness subreddit where we are. It's called Operation DyrdekAnon, and we're pretending to be a production intern working on the show, spilling behind-the-scenes gossip. And so our last post was the second installment of Operation DyrdekAnon. Go check that out if you're interested. I'm not going to read through the whole thing because I did that last time already. But let's read some of the comments. Wow, keep these coming. Uh, that's from Crispy Rice. Uh, from Awe Booking Promotions. I knew damn well people would send their stuff in. Laughing emoji. Uh, I know hindsight is 2020, but Chanel's decision to leave doesn't seem to be working out so far. Her show was canceled, and I guess she's doing some concerts here and there. I wonder if she regrets leaving. That's facts. I regret her
This
leaving.
these are
Lolo
comments
is
from the part two.
insufferable. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, this was my favorite. This person was is genuinely incensed about the sewage leak that I made up. Uh, Shame on the studio for not making sure that sewage leak was handled immediately. That's a health hazard. They could have gotten shut down by the city for that.
Now you know how it feels to be a journalist. You can just press the outrage button whenever you so choose.
Oh, in response to our so we said in this post, a certain married male country music star and 2022 VMA nominee asked for one of my male coworkers' phone numbers behind the scenes when he guest starred. My coworker never told me what happened with that, and then somebody said, "Country star sounds like Kane Brown."
And that is who it was.
Yeah, and I we instructed Curly to respond to that person saying, "Yeah, that checks out." A friend of mine, Kane Brown, asked for his number at a show one time, but Curly failed to do that. So
Yeah, if you view that post, you won't see that reply. If you were to, I'm sure, listener, you would experience a cascade of giggles, laughs, chortles, and guffaws, unlike anything you'd ever felt. But Curly doesn't care about your enjoyment. He doesn't care about comedy. as a discipline or as a an altruistic endeavor to enrich human experience. He's bottom feeding, shit slurping fuckface, I would say.
On God.
Austin, any okay, yeah. Well,
Yeah.
yeah, I agree that what I've said is on God.
Uh, here's a good one. One of my clips was used within the past year, but whoever licensed it, I assume, no longer works there. So I was wondering if you'd be able to track it down privately so I could find the episode and its reaction. Please DM me what info you require if you can help. Thank you. Let's
Aren't you already oh, is that a different person that you're like in direct contact with?
Yeah, so that's a good. I'm glad you brought that up. So somebody DM'd me, and I'm stringing this guy along in private now. Um, somebody DM'd me. Oh, by the way, this just crossed my mind. We'll have to post part three today before I leave. But anyway, so somebody DM'd me, hey, I was wondering, since you worked on the show, if you have any database available of the show's recordings. I am specifically looking for a commercial that aired on broadcast back in December during the show. Thanks for any help. And then I responded, I might be able to I might be able to sneak into the editing suite and see if they have anything. What's the commercial? And he said, "Whoa, that would be amazing. Here's the commercial." And then he sent me the commercial. So if he that confuses me because if he has it, why does he need a recording of it? Um,
What was his? Let me look at you sent us a picture of this. Let me see what his message says.
yeah, and said according to iSpot TV, it aired on Ridiculousness on December 10th, 2024. That also throws me off because I thought
What
different.
happens when you go to that link?
Let's see. I also thought different regions have different commercials. Like that's not the same across the country, right? I don't know.
Yeah, I think you are correct. And this guy might just be a child level intellect.
Well, when you click the link, it shows you the commercial, and it's for a razor, a shaving razor.
The fuck is going on with this guy? What?
I
Why
don't
is he
know.
so fixated? Just get something sharp to take the hair off of you and move on.
The
Maybe it's a women's razor and he was attracted to what happens in the commercial.
maybe I mean it's not. It's just it's like cartoon men, like corporate Memphis style cartoon men shaving themselves.
You say corporate Memphis?
Yeah, that's the aesthetic of the commercial,
What
the
the fuck
design.
is corporate Memphis?
You'll know it when you see it. Just Google
Oh
it.
God. Oh
Yeah,
God.
it's hideous, isn't it?
I hate that that has a name.
Yeah,
So fucking The New Yorker, basically.
right, right.
Yuck.
Yeah, this
Have you been catching any of these clips, by the way, as they've been passing us by, these bad
Yeah,
criminal?
this is a I refuse to believe that any like based off of this commercial and the whole design style of it that like any of the people who are attracted to this shit need a razor in the first place. You know what I mean?
Yeah, these razors specialize in removing peach fuzz from adults. You know what I noticed once? I've probably brought this up on the show before, but I was watching, I think it was, what was it? Professional Ultimate Frisbee? Now I can't quite remember what it was. I think I was noticing like professional Ultimate Frisbee was on TV and none of the guys had any facial hair, and then it went to baseball and they were all like thick bearded out. And I think also the advertisements were very testosterized. I don't know what I'm trying to say, bro. You get the gist, bro.
Oh, hey, so the other day I messaged this guy. I can try to get into the editing suite and find it after my shift tomorrow. Just out of
Mhm.
curiosity, what do you need the commercial for? And I'm reading his response for the first time, and it's actually making me feel kind of bad for stringing this guy along. He
Oh,
said,
why?
that would be truly amazing. I am a composer, and this brand Harry's used my music for a broadcast commercial without telling me or paying me in 2024. After I went to Harry's and told them about the use of my song, they offered to pay me for digital use, but according to iSpot, it has been playing on broadcast television, which is a more expensive license to use than just digital. I basically have to prove to Harry's that my song has been used on broadcast, which is pretty hard to do without an original recording of some sort. So if you could help me
Mm,
out in any way, I would be grateful and willing to compensate as well. Thank you.
Jesus Christ.
I'm starting to think I shouldn't pursue this particular troll, this
It's
subplot
it's
anymore.
not ethical. I think we've established
No.
that, but would it be funny?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Well,
Maybe I
there's
could
that to
like
consider.
we could let him know we can't help him out, which I think would be ethical. Well, keeping it funny, like I could say I got chased out of the editing suite by the guard dogs or something, and I can't help him.
Some cool stuff happening on screen right now, by the way.
Rob is on fire today with the physical comedy. Look at him. He's
He's really getting into it.
acting like
They
a
must
damn
have been a
Hanna-Barbera character over here.
this this must have been a sativa day on set.
Yeah, yeah. Hey, that's a good one for DyrdekAnon. They have they spin a wheel or something to determine if it's indica day or sativa day.
They either microdose Sykes, do sativa, or everybody gets a Trenta from the nearby Starbucks. Is this person stealing part of a child's playground? What the fuck? Yo, this is arising in a humorous context, but that's a very dark moment in that person's life.
Oh, let's
Oh, sorry, go on.
no, go ahead.
I'm still mystified by the existence of this show. I don't know. It's like barely interesting footage and non-celebrities speaking about it. I mean, respect to Rob Dyrdek. He's kind of the Pauly D of the operation. Like the rest of them are strange bottom feeders. He's kind of like, I don't know, a true charisma. But now you say what you were going to say because that wasn't interesting at all.
Well, unfortunately, what I have to say is not not much more interesting. I was going to say let's consult the show notes for topics of conversation, but I
Oh,
just gave a cursory glance at this week's show notes, and it seems neither you or Curly contributed. It was only me, and the only bullet point I contributed was new new Luigi Mangione psyop
and
photo.
what does that mean?
Well, so for the listener, if you're just tuning in, we gave our takes on Luigi Mangione 2 or 3 episodes ago, and we were kind of all in agreement that he's like a psyop of some sort, because the way the media leans into his folk hero image is very fucking weird. And prime example of this just occurred in that a new photo of him from prison was just released online, and he's like posing in it like a male model trying to look all sexy. So just like once again proving our point there.
Let me look at this. Do you know where I can find this photograph?
Let me try to find it.
Also,
Google.
I don't,
Oh,
yeah.
wait a minute. Google new Luigi Mangione photo. Dude,
Uh,
I swear it's like he's got a fucking PR team in there or something.
well, I haven't yet found the picture that you're talking about, but I don't know that I remember agreeing that it's a psyop. My take, I think, at least most of what I've thought about it is that no, I think there was some discussion on the show, and I think I was probably in agreement with the prevailing wisdom of the two of you that that it's a little strange the way that things have shaken out. But I think the coverage and the public rea and the like popular reaction, I as
You
opposed to
called it
being
you
like,
you called it an excuse for people jumping on it as an excuse to misbehave, which I completely agree with.
yeah, I don't think like
It's the whole
I don't
thing
know.
is like the whole fandom surrounding it. It's like
It's
it's
gross.
like
It's fucking
it's
childish
well
and
it's
gross.
gross, and it's like spiritually it's like fuck you dad. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And think is he doing like a shaka bra thing with his hand in this picture?
Uh maybe he's just kneeling and he's in a white sweater and gray sweatpants,
Crouching,
which you know the white
maybe?
sweater and gray sweatpants, classic prison outfit, right?
I don't know. I don't know that we have enough information to be like calling into question whether the events took place and whether he's genuinely been incarcerated. I don't know.
It's the Stanley Kubrick took the photo actually.
On the moon.
Yeah, on the moon. Yeah, yeah. I don't know. I look, in
Hmm,
any case, whether it's a psyop or not, if you are like part of the whole Luigi Mangione fandom, you are cringe as fuck. That's our
for real.
verdict.
That's what I like to call permanent cringe. That's
Yeah.
somebody who I have no hope that they will at some point be less cringe in some other context or go through some change in life that causes them to not be cringe generally. That's somebody who's go just they're just gonna be cringe. You just gotta accept that that's a cringe person in your life.
It was predestination. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm a Calvinist when it comes to cringe.
Yeah. Yeah.
Those kind of strange vibes I got from watching that last clip. It was somebody had cast a lighter, like a little cheap gas station lighter, in a cube of cement or something, but it still worked. Kind of, I don't know how that made me feel just as like a an art piece.
Well, I suppose we could take advantage of this lull in the conversation and deploy phase 3 of DyrdekAnon, right?
Yeah, fuck it.
Oh, okay, sure. Let me pull up that doc. By the way, I came up with another one. It it might be a little too niche to be funny. I don't know. Um, it kind of hinges on some knowledge of Devo, but it's oh, actually, I came up with a few that we haven't read yet, so I'll go ahead and read those. But the most recent one I came up with was our music supervisor originally wanted to use Mongoloid instead of Uncontrollable Urge for the theme music, but the sensitivity board shot the idea down. For the listener, Mongoloid is about what you think it is, and it is every bit as insensitive as you could imagine. And the image of that being used as the ridiculousness theme music is humorous because the content of the song has nothing to do with the show ridiculousness. It would just be needlessly offensive. So that's the joke. Anyway, the other ones I came up with were when Chanel was pregnant, the other hosts and high ranking staffers threw a surprise baby shower for her on set. They even filmed the entire thing and planned to release it as a special, but after she announced her departure,
Oh
it
yeah.
was scrapped and is now lost media. The editing team spent months on it and nearly quit in frustration. I'd estimate
Months.
I'd estimate that 60% of the segments are filmed without a studio audience present. Watching the hosts deliver jokes to a completely silent, empty room has been one of the most haunting, uncanny experiences of my adult life.
Something we could possibly add to the Chanel baby shower thing.
Yeah.
Maybe there were special guests for the baby shower.
Oh, that's a good one. Kane Brown was one of them, and he asked for my another male coworker's phone number.
If he made a deeply disturbing comment about how Chanel would have a really handsome boy if it turns out to be a boy.
They put her ultrasound footage on the big screen and reacted to it as if it were viral content.
Look, he just got his dick out.
Anyway,
So some stuff that I've been up to, maybe this will generate something funny.
yeah,
Uh, I got a job working. I already tell you about the calls, like answering service thing.
yeah, you're working at a well, you're doing a
Working
call center
remote.
job, but you get to do it from home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not like call center like telemarketing. It's like 50 different companies need somebody to answer the phone when nobody's in the office. And so they forward their calls to us and give us instructions for what to do with the calls. So it's straightforward enough, but they've got their own like this isn't gonna this isn't interesting.
Oh, keep
What's been
going.
going like the keyboard now. So to work from home, they had me get a non-Mac computer and multiple monitors so that I can use multiple programs if need be, and a corded keyboard so that I would have all of the necessary buttons. And to do this working from home thing, they have me get on a remote desktop. And when I'm using this answering services program that they use to take calls on this remote desktop, the keyboard buttons take on new functions. And so what I was saying is like it's pretty straightforward stuff, but they've got their own like these functions are a whole system to learn, and they've got their own system of shorthand, like abbreviations for words to learn as well. So that's been the only thing is like that and
That sounds
learning
needlessly elaborate.
not only needlessly elaborate, dude, but like they're going to such lengths to reinvent a wheel when cars are becoming driverless, you know?
Yeah.
Like, how the fuck is this going to survive the next 45 minutes of technological progress? I don't get it, but whatever. But
I feel like a lot of that stuff like that you encounter in the workplace, it's like it's there to make you feel more important than you are.
low key, make them feel more important than you are. Well, I guess yeah, you eventually too, but like
Them, yeah.
so that they have something to condescend about.
Right.
You know, it's hilarious. Like the person that hired me and has done a lot of my training and is like the only person who my coworkers are chill, but the manager and like owner of the company or whatever the fuck who's been like doing a fair amount of my onboarding, she loves to be all high and mighty. And I was talking to my girlfriend about this last night. Like, she's not smart or like
Right.
skilled.
Right.
She's just in a position of management, and so she cashes in on that. I don't know. I'm coming off more pathetic than anything right now.
No, dude,
Um,
you're resonating. You're resonating right now.
that and on some going deeper and deeper into my unfunny bag. I had happen for the first time recently. Oh, I don't know. This might go against the whole anyway, staying sober and it's going good. Better and
Nice.
better all the
Hell
time.
yeah.
Yeah. Fucking what's up with you, pal?
Get gets sober, then gets call center job. That's like an unprecedented sequence of events.
Why?
You'd need a narcotic to get you through the
Oh,
call
I
center.
see, I see. That has been caffeine. Every time I've gone to
Okay.
Staples a couple times, and both times I've gotten they sell 4 packs of sugar-free Red Bull for $10. And so whenever I've got like a shift or part of a shift coming up that I like need chemical help getting through, I just crack open a sugar-free Red Bull or have some
Right.
coffee or whatever. It's
Yeah.
taken some amount of self-restraint to not as I mentioned on this show, the workplace which I recently left, my coworkers were chillers, and one of them let me use her vape. So I had this like geographically selective vape habit where I only vaped at work, but I did that pretty frequently. And so since leaving work, I haven't vaped, and I had the best of both worlds, where like I wasn't dependent on nicotine, so my tolerance stayed low. So when I was at work, I would be like stumbling up the stairs to get back into the office because I had such a head rush from vaping. There was one time that I fully fell like up the stairs and my
Well,
coworkers were worried about me.
one unfortunate downside of the circumstances surrounding that habit is now whenever you hear someone bring up spreadsheets, you get nicotine cravings.
um, have I talked about my Salvadoran martyrs tattoo?
You have, but you can talk about it again if you wish.
So the Salvadoran martyrs, for anyone who might not be hip to this shit, they were on the vanguard of kind of like Cold War era Catholic Church reform, getting with the times, um, taking a stand against fucking I don't know, the girls on the screen have nice bums. Taking a stand against well, they're from El Salvador and some governmental guys were on some fuck shit down there or some shit like that. And so they were like simultaneously part of this new new era in the show in the church, um like spreading the gospel in light of the times or whatever, and then also
That's a bad sign, that Freudian slip. The brain
that
rot
the show is
from
that the
doing this
show is the church.
the brain rot from doing this podcast is really setting in. They
Friends of the show. But anyway, so the church was revamping, and they were especially interested in that revamp because their country was in crisis in a very unjust way. The government was being a bunch of silly guys to all the people, and they fucked around and they had these like conferences within the Latin Catholic Church, or maybe just one conference. I didn't really memorize the history, but they published their worldview on why this like tyrannical authoritarian government in El Salvador was morally wrong. They published that, and in it, they started from like the most first of principles possible, and they like went from their worldview on the basic nature of reality through to how that sets you up for if you can see that the people of El Salvador are being mistreated, then you automatically like by virtue of being able to understand that have a moral imperative to step in or take responsibility for that and try to take care of reality. And there's this phrase, hacerse cargo de realidad, cargar de realidad, and cargarse de realidad. And I had a Hispanic coworker who translated that as meaning, fuck, like take on the weight of reality.
Hmm,
Let me just look up what it is.
that's cool.
Like take on the weight of reality, take care of reality. I'm missing one of them. Take charge, carry, and take care of reality, I think. I don't know. You get the gist. Anyway, currently my tattoos are on the back of my right calf. I've got uh, a bike lane icon from outside of the SAP Center in San Jose, where the San Jose Sharks play, and it's got a shark on a bike rather than a person on a bike, and it's in teal, which is the color of the San Jose Sharks, as a symbol of the time that I spent riding my bike into the bay. And then on my left thigh, up on like the front of my left thigh, I've got a few things written just in like Times New Roman font, black ink. One of them is from New Country for Old Men. One of them is just the word obsessive. And then I'm thinking my next Times New Roman black ink font thing for the front of my left thigh is going to be the House of Chicago, whatever the other shit. Cargari and Cargarse de Realidad,
You should
if
get
you dig me.
an MLA works cited page on your ass.
On my ass?
Yeah.
Turd sighted. Oh, what the fuck? What even happened in that clip? I don't know.
You care if I read the last two DyrdekAnon things?
No, no, no. Did I interrupt?
Yeah, but I didn't care. Once again, don't believe everything you see on TV. Chanel does not laugh like that in real life. One of my coworkers who's been on crew since the beginning told me that MTV brought in a coach to help her develop an iconic fan favorite chortle early on. Stilo has a running joke with the interns where he pretends to be a Hollywood diva, yelling at us, snapping his fingers at us, etc. It's all in good fun, but at times it dips into some pretty sensitive territory involving interns' family members. It makes me wonder if he's actually being serious. And then finally, and this one was admittedly motivated by personal spite. Matt Rife is horrifically unfunny when he doesn't have a team of writers feeding him lines through a mic in his ear. When I was on set during one of his guest appearances, he kept trying to riff off the cuff with Rob, and it was so bad that the editing team had to cut out most of his contributions. Even Rob, who is generally patient, started getting visibly annoyed and told him at one point, "Remember whose turf you're on, little man." So I think I'll get to work on posting part 3 right now.
Hell yes. Let's see if we can add one more. Just for something for us to do right now, you know?
Okay, yeah, like come up with another.
Yeah.
Sure, sure.
Maybe something about like somebody involved with the show recognized somebody in a clip in some dramatic way, like someone from the crew was like, "Wait, that's my mom, like that's how she died," or something like that. Um, maybe sprinkle some ambiguity on there to temper the, pardon the pun, ridiculousness of such a claim. But I feel like could be believed as being within the realm of reality. Like
Yeah, yeah.
some some craft services flunky like dramatically disappeared from set in a huff, or not in a huff, but like what, like in tears, and all you heard was that like that clip of the car crash, like they knew somebody in that
Right,
clip or
right.
something like that. I don't
So
know.
it's traffic camera footage of a car crash at a busy intersection. The craft services guy storms out. I followed him to ask what was wrong, and he insists that that was footage of the car accident his mother died in. He identified the year, model, and make of the car and everything, and it all matched up. But I haven't been able to confirm it. Something like that, generally, right?
Yes,
That's
yes.
good. That's good. And then it really shook him up hearing Chanel cackle at that video, and he was determined to quit the show that day. But maybe like a higher up at MTV convinces him to stay in some absurd fashion.
Um,
They
an
they
NDA
tried they
wouldn't really
tried
do
to
it.
they tried to compel him to stay by offering a box of Mind Right protein bars.
They offered him a lifetime supply of Mind Right protein bars, but he still quit.
Okay, hell
um,
yeah.
there could be something in there about like I've been nothing but nice to that bitch, and there she is laughing at my mother's death.
And
Ugh.
he swears that the footage in question is not public domain. It was only in possession by his family and the police, and he has no idea where Rob got it from. And he's does to fuck
We're
with him.
we're we're gone from being believable with this content.
Okay, scale it. We'll scale it back. We'll leave it at the Mind Right protein bars.
Rob, Rob, Rob is more and more attracted to breasts the larger the circumference of the areolas, and will frequently, to the point that it's not funny for anyone else anymore, put pictures of them up on the screen as though it's a joke everyone's enjoying, but
Yeah.
he's clearly just deriving sexual gratification.
This next one's called Baby Need Milkies. Raccoon Duty. Do you think that one is fit to publish right now, or should we save it?
What was the concept? How were the raccoons dying in the studio?
I don't think we ever figured out how they were dying. In any case, I think to better toe the line between believability and absurdity, they could be dying outside the studio.
But why? Why outside the studio?
Okay. So there's a dumpster back there, and they're being
Yeah.
poisoned by something in the dumpster. By Rob's
Ah,
Mind Right protein
I
bars.
was just gonna say that.
Whatever he has in there, it's not safe for raccoons. So to my fellow raccoon owners out there, be warned.
Fellow. Uh, I've got a good one.
What?
Ah, I don't know if it's better if it's Stilo or Chanel or a guest, but somebody refused to sit up from the couch until everyone else had left, and you're pretty sure that it was because they had had an accident.
How about a guest?
Yeah, Matt Rife.
Matt Rife. And then when Matt Rife finally got up, Kane Brown came out of nowhere and sniffed the seat.
He cut the section of the couch that Matt Rife had been sitting on out and left with it.
He's kind of like the Phantom of the Opera of the ridiculousness set. He's
But
lurking,
instead
lurking around.
of half of a white mask, it's just cum on his face.
Just covering half his face. Yo, that's a good Urban Dictionary entry. The Phantom of the Opera when
He
you
was
come on
Phantom in
half
the
of
Opera.
somebody's face. Yeah,
Uh, which ironically is pretty easily achieved if you come on the face of somebody who's already wearing a Phantom of the Opera mask.
it's a Cumshot stencil, a stencil for cum shots. Yeah,
That'd be a really funny thing to sell to a adult toy store. Cumshot stencil.
yeah. We should throw in some more mundane things in there just for safety.
Hmm.
What about one of the first ones I came up with? The writers have plenty of downtime. Sometimes I'll go to the writers' room and find them sitting around hitting a dab pen and drawing pictures of cubes on the whiteboard.
Yes.
Okay. Uh,
Um, did you get the sync tube link
oh yeah,
boob?
just a second. Sorry about that.
No, you're chilling, bro. Oh, you know what you could do?
What?
He's since asked that his name be removed from all records of the show, but strangely, Ari Aster was a writer for Ridiculousness.
He was let go after he insisted on there being a scene where Stilo gets decapitated. You know that one where I was like, it was pretty basic. I was like, there's this executive producer and she's the worst person I've ever worked with. We need something
Yeah.
like that. Um,
Hmm.
just to pad it out, I think.
Um, maybe like something, some difficult to work with detail, but nothing too flashy, like someone taking a very long time to do blank or needing to do blank over and over and over again, or um,
Stilo had a line. Stilo's line was damn that's crazy or ayo he bugging or something and he couldn't get it right. We went through 50 takes and he couldn't get it.
yes, something like that. Damn. This that burger that they're making on that clothes iron honestly does not look bad at all.
They're making it on a clothesline, is that what you said?
Not
Oh yeah,
clothesline, like a iron,
I see it now.
steam
Yeah,
press iron thing.
yeah,
I don't know about melting cheese onto the iron, but
yeah.
no, that doesn't look bad at all.
No, not really. It tastes like laundry detergent, of course, but what should so
That
I've got
was
a
a horrible joke. Somebody was just pedaling on a city bike that was still in its rack, and the caption was "Why pay for a gym membership?" And Rob's big joke as the button for the sequence was maybe it's less about having a gym membership, more about just closing your eyes and feeling like you're on a journey. Like that's not funny.
so we need to draft the introductory paragraph for DyrdekAnon this installment.
Maybe well, I mean, how many more do you want to be able to put out?
Dude, I literally want to do it people until like so many people catch on that all the comments are just like hate or pointing out the lies or something. Just until it reaches that. Like I want to really drag it out.
Beat the fuck out of the
Yeah,
horse.
yeah.
Yeah, so a preamble to these bullet points.
So okay, we got
If
to
we're
say
gonna be
hey
dragging it out,
everyone
maybe there's some seeds that we can plant that can
in the
be
in the paragraph, right?
yeah, like
Yeah, I agree.
well at first the reason that I asked is because my first idea was like, all right, I'm gonna be parting ways with the show soon, so I can only put out two or three more. But
Oh,
if we're gonna let it ride, then maybe something more like I don't
well,
know.
okay. I think we need to add some conflict. So like, I'm starting to think my supervisor is catching on. He kept shoehorning Reddit into our conversations this past week as if he was trying to get information from me or something like
May
that.
maybe like maybe were anticipating being like discovered or having somebody reveal that they knew that they were letting slip show secrets. Maybe that's what they thought was coming, but instead it's this weird like conflict where they're like, I don't know whether to stay with the show or leave because it seems like I'm moving up the ladder and like
Oh,
working as like a guest director on broadcast TV is something I've always dreamed of, but nothing like this. So I don't know if I'm going to be moving backwards if I deny this offer. What do you guys think? Also, here are a few more
yeah,
nuggets or something like that.
yeah, yeah. Okay.
Bro, you single-handedly have fucking like this one bit that you came up with has given the show legs for the last like month and a half.
Good. That was the goal. So
Yeah.
okay. Hey everyone. Thanks. Uh, thanks again. Thanks for all the support on my last couple of posts. I don't know. Before I share more behind the scenes nuggets, I wanted to give everyone an update.
You can keep it super vague too because they probably wouldn't want this to like lead back to
Yeah.
them so that it
Also,
could just be
I'll
like,
say I can't
without
go
revealing
into
too much. Yeah,
yeah,
exactly.
I can't go into too much detail, but
Maybe what was your phrase? I don't want to reveal too much.
I can't go into too much detail.
I can't go into too much detail, but I'm at a crossroads with ridiculousness.
Yeah, yeah.
It seems like I might be on my way up, but this isn't necessarily the sort of content I wanted to be uh, creatively involved in on a higher
My
level.
my dream has always been to submit a film into the Cannes Film Festival. But the benefits here are good.
Maybe something in there about like, on the other hand, I don't know if I should take this for granted. Like success is so hard to come by in
Yeah.
film.
I'll just say, on the other hand, I don't know if I should take this for granted because success in the TV industry is so hard to come by.
Yeah,
What do you guys think I should do?
bro, this is perfect. Give Reddit something to like behave wise about.
Yeah, yeah.
This is excellent.
I want to start it with something kind of basic. So maybe like my supervisor is really particular about how he likes his coffee, and if you get the slightest thing about it wrong, he'll dress you down in front of everybody. I don't know.
Maybe instead of that, maybe he's very particular about how he likes his coffee, and if you get him the wrong coffee, he'll still drink it, but he'll incessantly mention that it's not what he asked for. And he'll like make faces like it's gross. Like he'll spend the remainder of the shoot still drinking the coffee.
And grimacing it with each sip.
Yeah, grimacing with each sip and making passive aggressive faces and comments about it being not quite right.
Grimacing with each sip, making passive aggressive
Whoa,
comments.
hold on, Austin. Chanel is she's doing a good job. Wow.
Hold on. Wait a minute. Whoa.
Yeah, that's excellent.
She's trying to communicate with us. It's a subtle encouragement. Keep doing DyrdekAnon. This is so funny. Um, okay, that's good. And then Stilo with the lines, I think that can come next. So
With the what?
with having to repeat the
Oh yes, the
lines.
takes. Yeah.
Yeah, one
You know,
day.
maybe it's good that Curly shirked his professional duties um interacting with the commenters on the last one. Just kind of space it out. He can do it on this one.
Yeah, one day we had to do over 20 takes for one segment because Stilo kept getting his line wrong. The line question mark and then in quotes. Someone referenced "damn, that's crazy" in the previous thread, so I think that would be a little too
Yeah,
obvious. And
maybe not
plus, that's like a
quite as on
meme.
the nose.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
so Ayo,
Yeah,
he bugging.
sure, sure.
Okay.
And then maybe instead of, because Stilo couldn't get the line right, you could do Stilo air quotes wasn't feeling his delivery of the line.
Okay. Let's do the what's it called? Baby shower.
Yes, yes. Who should the guests have been? Oh, the guy who did the D's nuts video. What's his name?
I don't know.
Welvin de Great.
Yeah. How about
WELVENDAGREAT.
how about they tried to get on Welvin to Great, but there was a scheduling conflict. Raccoon duty now.
Yes.
Okay, I didn't. We
So
never actually wrote that one out. So how
so
should we?
for some reason they're dumping unused Mindright bars in the dumpster out back,
Okay,
and
unused.
we can't stop the raccoons from finding their way into the dumpsters, or I don't know.
Okay, okay.
Why aren't the dumpsters
There
just being locked up?
there are a bunch of Rob's mind right bars constantly sitting around the crafts services table.
Yeah, Rob keeps it stacked like a surplus of them stacked, just like as a self promo. And then maybe like we locked up the dumpster after we saw that it was fatal to raccoon or lethal to raccoons, but in the summer, um the studio like hasn't gotten a dumpster that's completely waterproof, and the mine right bars will melt and leak from it, and the raccoons come in droves and and lick it up and die.
Okay. There are a bunch of Rob's Mindright bars constantly sitting on the crafts services table. A lot of them go uneaten and are taken to the dumpster behind
You
the
know what's a
studio.
good detail in here?
What?
The Myra bars that he has out are unwrapped, and he says to make it look
Yeah.
classy.
Okay, okay. There are a bunch of Rob's Mindright bars constantly sitting on the crafts services table. They are all unwrapped. My supervisor says this is so they, quote, look classy. A lot of them go uneaten and are taken to the dumpster behind the studio. Too
One, we
too wordy.
so mine right bars, craft services, unwrap, make it look classy. Um,
A lot of them go
after a
uneaten and are
while, after a while of uh disposing of them there in reference to the dumpster, we realized that some nearby that raccoon that dead raccoons we were finding nearby
yeah.
had to have been uh dying as a result of the mind right bars. So we locked up the dumpster, but in the summer now, oh wait, but now fuck, how do you
Wait a minute.
phrase
So
that?
okay, after a while of disposing of them there, we
Yeah.
realized that the dead raccoons we were finding nearby must have died from eating the Mindright bars. And then in parentheses,
Yes.
fellow raccoon owners, be warned. We got they even brought in a waterproof dumpster.
No, they locked it once we then the studio then locked the studio then locked the lids the studio then fitted the dumpster lids with padlocks to keep the raccoons out. But now in the summer, the since there are holes in the dumpsters, the Mindright bars will melt and leak out, and they've left it to um, interns who they have put on what they refer to as raccoon duty to dispose of the corpses.
The studio then fitted the dumpster lids with padlocks to keep the raccoons out. Wait, why would there be holes in the dumpster in the summer? Is that something that happens?
No, just like they're shitty dumpsters, the holes of like the dumpsters have rusted through
Okay,
so that
okay.
yeah.
The studio then fitted the dumpster lids with padlocks to keep the raccoons out. I think the Mindright bars must be melting and leaking out of holes in the dumpster, though, because every once in a while, every once in a while, a dead raccoon will turn up again.
Yes.
Uh, the lower ranking interns are put on raccoon duty when this happens to dispose of the bodies.
Yo, Chanel's got some big ones right now.
I feel like we're playing a dangerous game with that one.
The raccoon one?
Yeah, not that I want to remove it, but this could
That's gonna
be
be where it tips.
if people still believe us after this, there's no saving the ridiculousness fan base. Um, what was the other one we wanted to include?
Shit. What are the ones we've added so far?
Um, the producer being very particular about how he likes his coffee, doing over
Stilo with the
20
takes.
takes, Chanel's baby shower, and then raccoon duty.
Oh, we were gonna do the
Oh, car
the
crash footage.
yes, yes.
Okay. And then I think we can end it there.
Okay.
Okay. One one day during filming, the boom mic operator stormed
Nice.
off set. One day during filming, the boom mic operator stormed off set after Rob and the other hosts watched traffic footage of a car accident at a busy intersection. He insists this was the footage of the same car accident that his mom died in. I have no idea if that's true. Um, I have no idea if that's true, but he listed off the year, make, and model of the car, and it seemed to match up.
Maybe he also claims that Rob tried to bring him back on the show with the promise of a lifetime supply of free of as many mind right bars as he wanted.
Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna do that, but I'm not gonna say it was Rob. I'll say it was
Okay. Yeah,
an
yeah,
exec. Okay.
yeah.
And it seemed to match up. And then I'm gonna fluff this a little bit, soften the blow by saying like, I'm not even sure if I believe him because how would they have gotten that footage or something like that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Either way, he quit the show later that day, but one of the execs tried to get him to stay by offering a lifetime supply of mind right bars. And then maybe we could end it on one more just basic middle of the road mundane one.
Hmm. Um,
Maybe like
I was thinking earlier none of the designer they wear on set is real. Maybe here's a way of delivering it. Here's one that I didn't even think to include because it becomes so like because when you've been working here long enough, it's such old news. But if you've been in the costume department, you know none of the designer they wear on set is real.
and then I'm going to end on as for some good news, the staff is beginning to warm up to Lolo exclamation point. All right, let's review that and then I will need to go shortly after.
I was thinking another little thing to add would be like it's been a surreal experience so far working on this show, and it helps to have this outlet. Thanks for listening, guys, or something like that.
Okay, yeah, in the opening paragraph, right. Um
Maybe, I mean, I was thinking right at the end.
okay. I'll say I don't know if surreal might be a little wordy for this character, so I'll
Fair,
say
fair.
it's been a
Yeah.
wild ride working on this show. Okay. Hey everyone, thanks for all the support on my last couple of posts. Thanks again. Hey everyone, thanks again for all the support on my last couple of posts. Before I share more behind the scenes nuggets, I wanted to give everyone an update. I can't go into too much detail, but I'm at a crossroads with ridiculousness. Seems like I might be moving up on the show if I stay, but this isn't the type of entertainment career I envisioned for myself. On the other hand, I don't know if I should take this for granted because success in the TV industry is so hard to come by. What do you guys think I should do? Anyways, enjoy. One of the producers is very particular about how he likes his coffee. If one of the interns gets it wrong, he'll spend the remainder of the shoot still drinking the coffee and grimacing with each sip, making passive aggressive comments about how it's, quote, not quite right. One day we had to do over 20 takes for one segment because Stilo kept getting his line wrong. The line? Ayo, he buggin'. He kept insisting that he, quote, wasn't feeling his delivery of the line. When Chanel was pregnant, the other hosts and high ranking staffers threw a surprise baby shower for her on set. They invited a bunch of famous people and viral social media stars. They even tried to get Welvin de Great to come, but there was a scheduling conflict. They even filmed the entire thing and planned to release it as a special, but after Chanel announced her departure, it was scrapped and is now lost media. The editing team spent months on it and nearly quit in frustration. Hold on, something I'm gonna do. The one about designer, I'm gonna put that in between the the baby shower and the mind right raccoon thing because
Nice. Yeah,
yeah,
nice. Little speed bump.
yeah, exactly. So after that, it's gonna be here's one I didn't even think to include in an earlier post because if you've worked here for long enough, it feels like old news. But none of the designer they wear on set is real.
Yeah, yeah.
Then Then there are a bunch of Rob's Mind Right bars constantly sitting on the craft services table. They are all unwrapped. My supervisor says this is so they, quote, look classy. A lot of them go uneaten and are taken to the dumpster behind the studio. After a while of disposing of them there, we realized that the dead raccoons we were finding nearby must have died from eating the Mind Right bars. Fellow raccoon owners, be warned. The studio then fitted the dumpster lids with padlocks to keep the raccoons out. I think the Mind Right bars must be melting and leaking out of holes in the dumpster, though, because every once in a while a dead raccoon will turn up again. The lower ranking interns are put on raccoon duty when this happens to dispose of the bodies.
Hell yes, bro.
And actually, the one after that is the boom mic operator storming off, which is even more absurd than the baby shower. So I think I'm gonna put the designer one between those two.
Okay, okay.
It's like composing a piece of music. You need some tension and release. This is a
There's
fucking
a
symphony
there's
here.
a there's a rhythm, a crescendo to be affected.
Exactly. One day during filming, the boom mic operator stormed off set after Rob and the other hosts watched traffic footage of a car accident at a busy intersection. He insists this was the footage of the same. He insists this was footage of the same car accident that his mom died in. I have no idea if that's true, but he listed off the year, make, and model of the car involved, and it seemed to match up. For the record, I'm still not sure I believe him, because how would the producers have gotten that footage? Either way, he quit the show later that day, and but one of the execs tried to get him to stay by offering a lifetime supply of Mind Right bars. And finally, as for some good news, the staff is beginning to warm up to Lolo, and it's been a wild ride working on this show, and this outlet helps a lot. Thank you all for reading.
Hell yes.
Did I post it?
That sounds postable to me.
Hell yeah.
I
And
ain't.
posted.
Oh,
Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, posted.
there we go.
Hell fucking yeah.
Is it possible to see when somebody upvoted something? I don't want to do it too fast.
No, I don't think that's a thing. You can
Okay,
go ahead and
upvoted.
upload it. Maybe
Fuck yes,
comment
dude.
comment like in 20, 30 minutes or something. I don't know.
I don't know though because I've already commented on the part one.
That's true.
Maybe
It
that's
could
believable
it could
enough.
plausibly be a loyal fan tuning in.
Yeah, yeah. All right. Well, I'll mull it over.
All right,
I
let
think
me
we I think we did. I think we put in some good put in a good hour here.
yeah, that was solid. I'm gonna stop recording.
Okay.